Hi everyone, today I'm going to explain dramatic monologue. Well, first look at the term monologue. Basically, the word monologue is derived from the Greek word monologos. This term is the combination of two words, mono, which means single or alone, and logos means speech. So when we combine them, so it makes the word like single speech or alone speech. But what is dramatic monologue? The term dramatic monologue is coined by Victorian poet Robert Browning in 19th century. I think you are not getting the point. This question must be in your mind that what actually dramatic monologue is. So let me define it and after that you will understand it. So the definition of dramatic monologue is dramatic monologue is the name given to a specific kind of poem in which a single person, not the poet, is speaking. What does it mean by this definition? In simple words, it means that a dramatic monologue is nothing but a kind of poem like sonnet, elegy, and other poems. But dramatic monologue is a kind of poem in which a poet makes a character and that character delivers a speech to an imagined listener. So it is simply called dramatic monologue. You need to remember that in a dramatic monologue, a poet does not talk, but he makes a character and through character he talks or delivers a speech. I think still there is confusion, but don't worry, let me tell you the characteristics of a dramatic monologue, then you will be able to understand it. The first characteristic of dramatic monologue is single speaker. This is one of the characteristics of dramatic monologue that there will be a single speaker. Basically, the single speaker will be expressing his thoughts, feelings, and experiences. The second characteristic of dramatic monologue is narrative style. What does it mean? Simply, it means that a dramatic monologue typically has a narrative quality, with the speaker telling a story or recounting his experience. Addressing a silent listener. The speaker in a dramatic monologue addresses a silent listener, often an imaginary or absent person. Well, guys, if you find such characteristics in a poem, it means that you are reading a dramatic monologue. The example of dramatic monologue is My Last Duchess by Robert Browning. This is one of the most famous poems of Robert Browning. Basically, in this poem, there is a duke who is discussing the portrait of his late wife with a visitor. In simple words, My Last Duchess is a dramatic monologue because it has all the characteristics which I have mentioned. Basically, My Last Duchess is written by Robert Browning, but he created a character that is a duke, and he presents in all the things like about his wife, like he is discussing the death of his wife to a visitor. So that is why it is a dramatic monologue. Another example is the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock by T.S. Eliot. In this poem, a speech is presented by a character, J. Alfred Prufrock. Basically, through his monologue, he reveals his innermost thoughts and feelings. So it is also a dramatic monologue.